A human stands in a room full of people. Laughter echoes, conversations spiral around them, smiles flash in every direction. And yet, something is missing. They feel invisible, not ignored exactly, just unseen. This is not about physical isolation. It is a psychological phenomenon, feeling emotionally alone while socially surrounded, and it is one of the most misunderstood forms of human suffering. This video will break down what causes this sensation, why it persists even in high-functioning people, and how early emotional dynamics can distort a person's sense of being known. Because being seen isn't about being looked at, it's about being recognized. 1. Emotional visibility versus social presence. Humans are social creatures, but they are also deeply emotional. Someone can be physically present in a room, part of every conversation, laughing at every joke, and still feel disconnected. Because true connection requires more than proximity. It requires emotional attunement. Emotional attunement means someone sees the reality behind the performance. They pick up on shifts in tone. They notice withdrawal. They care enough to ask, not just react. Without this attunement, interactions become surface level. Small talk replaces real talk. Smiles mask sadness. Presence replaces presence. This creates a subtle but devastating form of loneliness. The experience of being surrounded, but not truly known. 2. Childhood conditioning and the fear of expression. For many, this pattern begins early. Children who were discouraged from expressing emotion, especially sadness, anger, or fear, learn that being seen is risky. They internalize the rule: to be safe, I must hide. Over time, they become experts at blending in. They smile when they feel empty. They say, I'm fine, when they're not. They become whoever the room needs them to be. The result? They are liked, even admired, but not known. This creates what psychologists call the false self, a socially acceptable identity built to avoid rejection. The cost is invisibility. No one sees the real person because the real person is hidden. 3. The role of shame and emotional masking. Shame is the emotional glue that holds invisibility in place. When someone believes their real feelings are too much, too needy, or too complicated, they begin to hide them. They develop emotional masks: the joker, the caretaker, the achiever, the listener. Each role earns approval. Each keeps attention on others, but none allow for reciprocal connection. The person behind the mask slowly disappears. Even when surrounded by love, they feel unknown, because they are not loved as themselves. They are loved as the role they play. 4. High-functioning invisibility in adults. This phenomenon is especially common in high-functioning individuals. The overachiever in the office, the reliable friend in every group, the strong one in the family. They are consistent, helpful, impressive, and profoundly unseen. Their competence becomes their armor. Their busyness becomes a distraction. They never break down, so no one thinks they're hurting. They never ask for help, so no one offers it. They become emotionally invisible by design, and the longer they stay in this role, the harder it becomes to step out of it. Even if someone tried to see them, they might not know how to be seen. 5. Social media and the illusion of recognition. In the digital age, humans are more visible than ever. But visibility is not the same as connection. Posting a photo, getting likes, receiving comments. These are not indicators of being known. In fact, the performance of self online often deepens the feeling of invisibility. When validation comes for a filtered, curated version of the self, the unfiltered self feels more alienated. The message becomes, they like the image. They don't know the person. And so, people become addicted to appearing seen, while privately starving for actual recognition. 6. The risk of vulnerability and the cost of being real. To be seen, truly seen, requires risk. It means showing emotion before it's safe. It means admitting needs before they're validated. It means revealing parts of the self that may not be applauded. For those who have been shamed, dismissed, or abandoned, this risk feels life-threatening. So they choose safety, they choose roles, they choose masks, and they remain surrounded but alone. In conclusion, to feel seen, a person must first allow themselves to be visible, not just socially, emotionally, not just with strangers, but with those who matter. This is not about being loud or dramatic. It is about being honest, honest about pain, honest about confusion, honest about the parts of the self that are messy, unresolved, human. When someone risks showing their truth, they invite others to truly know them.